Finners and commercial fisheries are causing a rapid decline in the shark population worldwide. If unstopped, ecosystems will be thrown out of balance and human economies will drastically suffer. There are some shark environmentalists that are fighting to enact new laws that will help prevent the declining of sharks, but there aren't enough of them. They need help. They need ordinary citizens like us to take a stand and help them make a difference. People we call finners are criminals who hunt down sharks so they can cut off the shark's fins for profit. They don't even kill them quickly. They make the sharks suffer. Once the fins have been removed, they return the mortally wounded, finless, shark back into the ocean to sink to the bottom and starve. These people don't even have at least a little human decency to put them out of their misery. Finning is highly illegal in most places, but they can get away with it by selling the fins on black markets under the table. The fins are eventually sold to Chinese people because it is part of their culture to make shark fin soup. Shark fin soup is very expensive because of the fins, so that is why the finning business is so lucrative. They also get away with these acts of horror by going out and finning in international waters where no one country can prosecute them for their crimes. We emailed a shark environmentalist group called Support Our Sharks, and we asked what effect finners had on the shark population, and this is what they replied back with.
Shark finning is definitely a huge problem for shark populations, as most shark finning that occurs is unregulated and not widely known about, illegal activities that cannot be monitored. Shark finning is a cruel and wasteful process. Slowly, it is becoming banned in more places around the world, and companies such as airlines are starting to help by not shipping the items.
While finning is highly illegal, another major killer of sharks, commercial fishing, is legal and very common. The fisheries aren't killing them intentionally, but they certainly aren't doing anything to stop it either. They use fishing tactics that are so broad that they catch many more types of fish than the ones that they are looking for. Sharks get caught up in this mess of nets and lines and it kills them. The companies get away with doing this because what they are doing is technically an accident. But think about this. People are still prosecuted and put into jail for accidentally killing people, so why aren't sharks given the same protection? Another question we asked Support Our Sharks was how do commercial fisheries add to the decline of the shark population? They replied back with saying,
Corporate fisheries cause a large amount of harm to animals and populations through the loss of sharks as a result of bycatch, accidentally catching sharks instead of other fish, and also fishing methods that are very general and catch many animals instead of targeted species, such as long lining.
Some people in these fisheries argue that adding laws to protect sharks will greatly decrease the amount of fish they will catch and sell to hungry people. They say that this will wreck the economy of cities and even countries that are dependent on the money and food that fisheries bring in. What they don't know or are refusing to take into consideration is that in the long run, if they continue to fish and kill sharks as they are doing, then their company will be ruined and so will those economies. This is because by taking sharks out of the ecosystem, they are throwing everything off and that will cause a crash. The Save Our Sharks organization explains how this happens very nicely by saying, Sharks play an important role in the marine ecosystem. They help control populations of other animals and also help to keep these populations healthy. Without them, the entire marine ecosystem would become unbalanced and would upset almost every ocean food chain, in turn affecting our own, as we also like to eat many types of seafoods. Without shellfish and other fish being abundant, those companies who normally fish for those go out of business, and that drastically hurts economies because jobs are lost. Not only that, but when those fish are gone, other populations or sea creatures that eat those animals will decrease because there will be a higher competition for food. Just by removing one predator from the ecosystem, the whole marine ecosystem and human economies were thrown off. Not everyone is bad in this story. Like we mentioned earlier, there are environmentalists fighting for the sake of the sharks. They are doing everything they can to help, but most of their work is funded by donations and with the help of volunteers. It can be very hard to work with those limitations. We asked Save Our Sharks what they are doing to help, and this is what they said.
We believe that education is the key to help shark conservation and survival in the future. By educating people about the importance of sharks, and especially those in the younger generations, which will be able to make eco-friendly choices as they grow up, we hope that attitudes towards sharks will change, and they will no no longer be feared and harmed, but hopefully appreciated and protected. There are many organizations who are involved in shark research, public campaigns, and anti-finning/anti-culling rallies. We, SupportOurSharks.com, prefer to be involved in the education side of things, as well as supporting field-based shark research and conservation programs that are carried out by other similar organizations.
Sharks are fighting a hard battle that they can't hope to win without help. Your help. This is what you can do to help. Don't endorse shark products by buying things made from shark like shark fin soup or shark teeth. You can make needed donations to organizations like Support Our Sharks and Save Our Sharks, or you can simply spread awareness by talking to your friends and family about the shark population decline, because who are the real killers, sharks or people?